This is going to be a battle that both these competitors are going to remember for a long time, as well as all Wildside fans. We're talking about not two of the very best athletes we got here to Wildside, which certainly is the case. We're talking about two guys who were tag team partners for years. We're talking about two guys who have met each other on both sides, opposite sides of the fence, so many times I have a hard time tallying it up. I think even they've lost count. They know each other's moves, sometimes even before they execute it. Two competitors who have the best knowledge of each other, and I think no one has a more pronounced knowledge of each other than the two you see before you right now, David Young, the Wildside heavyweight champion, and former champion Rick Michaels. Michaels taking one peek at that Wildside heavyweight championship. I think he can almost taste it. But David Young is not going to lay down for this. You know he's not.
Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. These two athletes are locking horns, gladiators. Coming off a 5-star classic and a hardcore L 2002, throwing AJ Styles in the mix. It was a three-way dance. It was the most amazing match in the history of Wildside and the most meaningful. David Young ended his 12-year journey as a professional wrestler to be a major player championship holder in the industry. He did it in tag, but now on his own, he is the Wildside heavyweight champion, and there's nobody that can take it away from him because he won it fair and square in one of the damnedest matches I've ever seen as a 21-year fan of this sport.
No one to take it from him. I dare say Rick Michaels begs to differ with you this evening. The original chosen one, a man who's been a champion so many times, and tonight he gets one of those opportunities, and he's not going to squander. He felt for the longest time that he was just eliminated from contendership by the Wildside Championship Committee. He felt slighted. However, tonight is one of those opportunities Rick Michaels is going to utilize to the best of his ability, and that ability is considerable indeed.
Drop toe hold float over into a front chancery. Rick Michaels allowing David Young up. Very interesting.
A show of respect. I knew it was there. I didn't expect to see it, actually. David Young, the new Wildside heavyweight champion, winning that belt at Hardcore Hell 2002, available on a Wildside home video. But when you're the Wildside champion, you have to defend that title. There are guys knocking on your door. In fact, there are plenty of them here in the dressing room at Wildside. The guys all over North America would love the opportunity to get that Wildside heavyweight championship. A national TV audience watching your every move week after week. Tonight, it is Rick Michaels' opportunity facing the Wildside heavyweight champ, the Messiah of the Spinebuster, David Young.
Beautiful chain wrestling there, side headlock takeover by David Young. And as you said before, these two men know each other inside and out, traveled all over the country, all over the globe as 4-time NWA World Tag Team Champions. And David Young cinching in that side headlock, taking it slow because you know you got to work at a methodical pace to wear down Rick Michaels. He's been at it so long, he knows every trick in the book. Both men, over 20 years experience combined in our great sport of kings.
Wearing down his opponent is actually somewhat fairly new in the arsenal of David Young. He seems to take much more of a brutal approach, really thunderous kicks, thunderous chops. You know, just as one of those brutal action. Typically, that seems to be more of the playing card of David Young in recent cases. Although the matches that he's had recently in his title defense.
Rick Michaels going back to work on David Young into the corner. Irish whip reversal. Boot to the face by Michaels.
Rick Michaels turning his back on Young. Bad move.
Running like a bomb by the Messiah of the Spine Buster. The Wildside heavyweight champion with an offensive coup. He now has to make the pinfall.
Rick Michaels going out of his way to take David Young off of his game plan. Young getting an arm across the fallen body of Michaels. Michaels gets a leg on the bottom rope in the nick of time. Michaels is trying his damnedest to injure David Young, to make sure he's in no shape at all.
David Young. Kick to the side of the head.
That brutal offensive David Young, we're seeing it now in spades. As that left shoulder of Rick Michaels taking a beating and a low blow from the challenger. Once again, taking David Young out.
What an intense rivalry this has been. What an intense rivalry, Steven.
Will it ever end?
I don't think it will. I honestly don't, because the history between the two men is so thick. It runs so deep. Men that used to be like brothers now on opposing sides.
Actually, I think they still are like brothers in their own inimitable sort of way. Some messages for Bill Behrens.
Double shot by Rick Michaels.
That's it. I think that's it. Rick Michaels, the challenger, on top of the champion. Damn, Young rolls a shoulder in the nick of time.
David Young kicks out of the double shot. Lateral press forearm across the face of David Young.
Michaels is fuming mad. He's fuming mad. He just slapped referee Rick. Mercy, look at this. That's a surprise.
Andrew Thomas showing his authority. Hard clothesline by David Young.
The champion David Young going down deep. Taking advantage of the frustration of the challenger Rick Michaels.
Sunset flip. Down into a pinning combination. Counter reversal. Combination of his own by David Young. Michaels has Young, Young has Michaels. Two men not able to get an upper hand.
It's a pin clinic for both these competitors. Both competitors knocking out the legs of his opponent. Still not enough to get that elusive 3 count. Uh-oh.
Young was going for the spine buster. Beautiful counter into a small package by Michaels. What a counter to David Young's most lethal. Wait a minute. Spine buster.
Out of the clear blue sky, David Young retains the championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still Wildside Heavyweight Champion, David Young.
Rick Michaels could not have put up a harder fought fight than he did here this evening. That was Rick Michaels' A game. We saw it here in spades. He gave everything he had to give. Still not enough to get that Wildside title away from the waist of the new Wildside champ, David Young, having won that at Hardcore Hell 2K2. Michaels has nothing to be ashamed of. Oh no! Iceberg and Jeff Bailey. Damn it! Damn it!
It was too damn good to be true. David Young finally sealed the chapter between he and Rick Michaels with a clean victory. Power slam.
Power slam from the quarter ton, no pain train Iceberg. Oh God. Oh!
And here comes Jason
Oh,
Cross.
terrific. Here come all the rats. Terrible.
The man Jeff G. Bailey says is his hand-picked world champion.
Jason Cross.
What a brain buster.
Jason Cross will get his opportunity one day. He doesn't have to get it this way. After David Young fought one of the battles of his life.
Cross is going to the top. Cross is going to the top.
You know, I tell you, when you're Wildside Heavyweight Champion, you are in fact a marked man. Oh,
shooting star leg drop.
And Jeff Bailey making the 3 count. This is not a match. No, no, Jason Cross, you are not the Wildside Heavyweight Champion. Maybe you have defeated the Wildside Heavyweight Champion in a faux match of your own device. Oh, and now here comes Rick Michaels with a chair, ready to add more to the fray. Like David Young hasn't been through enough here. It's terrific. This is a massacre, a complete massacre of David Young, the Wildside Heavyweight Champion, who did not deserve this.
And Young has suffered far too many a massacre at the hands of Michaels and the Elite and Rick Michaels. He's gonna take him out.
Damn.
Oh no.
Whoa! Michaels just clocked Cross and Iceberg. Jeff Bailey runs for his life, but a little that is worth. What a turn of events!
I don't believe it!
Rick Michaels came out here to the aid of David Young. He came out here to the aid of David Young. When was the last time we uttered those words? It's been a long time. Half a year at least.
The tension running thick within the elite as Michaels, an associate member, not an official member, taking a little bit of offense to the fact that Bailey has pointed out Cross as his marked man.
Wait a second, it's not over yet. Bailey and Iceberg and Cross are leaving the arena, but in the ring, Rick Michaels is waving that title. Oh God, I think I know what's coming. I can almost see that Wildside Heavyweight Championship belt careening across the forehead of David Young. Like Young hasn't suffered or is it? What? Michaels just gave the belt to David Young.